Okay. So, we're here for the court case of who owns, well, the land around here. Now, Libby, if you would please state what you are wanting exactly.
I want
So please
this whole.
stand.
Yeah, I don't know how this shit works.
No.
What? What?
Other stand, idiot.
No, face the other.
Up here?
You stand on this side.
You stand face the judge.
Jesus.
Idiot, man.
Here. Ah!
You can tell Libby's never been to court.
Yeah,
Adam, you're the and Adam, you're the yeah.
Okay. So Libby, please state on why we had to have a court meeting today.
Because I want ownership of the whole biome. And I don't want Adam to be here.
And Adam, please state why you're here.
I'm here to defend my case. Say that I shouldn't just be wrongfully kicked out of the igloo I built. Because I have good reasons as to why I shouldn't be kicked out. But I want to hear what you say.
Well, before we even start with who's saying who, I've been given books from both of yous on, you know, like, if you're the owner, like, blah, 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 rules and blah, blah, blah. So since Libby is wanting not just where Adam is and not just where she is, but basically most of this biome, she's had to list down rules because she's basically owning a country at this point. So, yeah, so I have two books. One talking about basically like shit, blah blah blah, and another talking about the rules of the land. So our first book, I claim this land. I originally found this land and I claim it for mine. It's my land till the villages, then it's open. That's exactly how she wrote it. Land for anyone. If you're on my land, you'll have to pay for being on the land unless you're a ghost, because I can't be asked. You pay 2 diamonds per day while on the land. That's the first book. Rules on the land. Rules when you're on my land. Number 1, you kill my animals, you get blown up. Number 2, you can have TNT, just don't blow up buildings. Number 3, no government. Remember this, we'll come back to this one. Number 4, trades with other places are allowed. Number 5, and last, have a war, I couldn't care. Now, as basically everyone here knows, Adam is not just a part of a government, he is the government.
I am.
He is literal king.
But I mean no harm. I've genuine harm.
Now, here is Adam's terms. This is a document. I'll tell you why my igloo is my land. First of all, I built it with a decent amount of space between it and Libby's base, therefore it is not directly on her land. Second of all, just because she owns a camp thousands of blocks away does not mean everything the sun touches between her house and her camp belongs to her. The space between them has been unclaimed and is still wilderness, therefore I built my home. And last but definitely not least, you cannot build a Among Us crewmate statue next to my igloo and say, this is now mine. My igloo was there first, therefore you're stealing from me. Also 2 diamonds a day, that's 1 diamond sword per day. Who the fuck is gonna go through the effort to waste 2 diamonds per day? I'm not asking for all of the land, I am simply asking for my igloo to be experiment from the pointless rent that Libby has put in place. And then he goes on to say, P.S. Obviously I wasn't going to make a book and have it just say land, but if you want that in a book, I can easily arrange that. Adam. Okay, fair enough. So we've both got our terms here, we've both got what each person wants. Now, Libby. What will happen if Adam gets what he wants?
As in the land?
The land that is around his igloo, just that area there.
I just want that way to.
I'll be very sad and angry.
And will you do anything?
Maybe.
I need a direct answer here.
No.
Okay, we will come back to this in the morning. Okay, welcome back everyone, welcome back. So, I feel like the first thing we should go over is really like Libby's side of things here, and then we'll move to Adam, and then hopefully through that we can come to a conclusion. So Libby, what is your reasoning for wanting all of this land instead of just having your house and have it be there?
Because I found the land first. I want to do stuff on the land, and the land was seen like found by me first.
But that does not explain why you're wanting to
Because
full
I
on-
want to build stuff on the land, to make things on the land.
Adam's igloo will not stop you from building stuff. You may not be able to build right there, but that will not stop you
I
from
don't like
building over there. What?
I don't like Adam's igloo. I don't like Adam.
Oh, roasted.
Oh shit!
Now, why is it you do not like Adam? Would you like to please list off reasons why you do not like him?
Government killed my friend. Government.
I mean, is the fact that it's Adam not reason enough?
Well, what do you mean he killed your friend?
Bro,
What do you mean he killed your friend?
He killed you. He killed you.
Fair enough.
I mean, you'll find that the man that did that is standing a bit to your left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you're
originally.
dead.
Now, Adam, speaking of, what are your views on Libby? Do you see her as a friend, ally, enemy, terrorist?
I don't see her as a friend. I don't see her as any of those. I don't see her as an enemy, but I don't necessarily see her as a friend or ally if she's making me pay to live in a thing that I built that she didn't stop me or say no to. She didn't object to me building it in the first place. It's only a couple of days later that she's telling me to either pay or not. But I don't see her as either of the three.
So what you're saying
Allies-
is your relationship to her is landlord. She is your landlord.
She's trying to become.
Now, Libby.
I do not agree with.
So you're just wanting, basically, just the land and all that, right? And you want Adam to pay, correct?
Yeah.
To be here.
Yeah.
Now, is the money necessary for you? Because it is 2 diamonds a day. Honestly, thinking about it, Adam does make a good point about the payment. 2 diamonds a day is not exactly a cheap thing because a lot of people have stuff to do. You know, Adam does have a country to run. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. His country does not have payment, does not have, you know, taxes or anything like that. So the money he would be paying to you would not be from government taxes, but more or less from his own pocket. And we don't know how rich Adam could be, you know. He could be fucking filthy rich with, you know, hundreds and hundreds of diamonds, or he could barely have enough to withstand a week living here. And what if he doesn't pay?
Then I'll give it like a week or 2 for him to pay.
And if he doesn't pay that?
Then he gets kicked out.
Okay. And what is just stopping people from just fighting back? Do you have, like, because you're technically not in the country, you cannot just call people to assist you in taking him out. You know, this is technically a free law. Technically, there isn't really any rules here, you know. And with what you're trying to do, it more or less sounds like a new country you're trying to create here.
I'm not trying to make a new country. I'm more or less just don't want Adam to be here, basically.
Discriminate.
Discrimination.
But here's going to be the big question towards Adam. Why did you build the igloo in the first place? You and Libby, listen, you and Libby are not friends, as you say, blah, blah, blah.
We were allies for a short while.
Yeah,
Short
he's war. But by the time, but by the building of the igloo, it was just about after my death, you know. At that point, really, you know, that was after everything Libby listed off for you as not being really good friends. So, here's the thing. Why are you going through all the effort to keep your igloo here that is miles away from the kingdom? That is miles away from your own government?
I just want somewhere nice to live.
You could try and keep this igloo and we can sit here for, you know, another couple of days, all that, trying to figure out, you know, if you're going to live here or not, or if you're going to have to pay, blah, blah, blah. Or you could easily simply pack up your shit and just move like a couple of blocks that way, away from Libby's land. Because if Libby gets this land, technically we'll have how much land she has, meaning that she can no longer be like, hey, you're in my land if you just build right outside it. If you're the building that village, like right beside one of those houses, you would be fine because Libby cannot own that village. It's owned by the villagers.
Yeah, but the reason why I built there and let's say not like right, like here, for example. The reason I built it like there, over there, away, instead of like right here in front of everything, is so it was spaced away from her fucking stuff, so it's not directly on her land.
Yeah, I know, but you're saying you're using this place because it's nice and all that, but you still built beside your enemy. That is the equivalent of me getting me building a house right beside Polar. Because, you know, we don't see eye to eye. You and Libby don't see eye to eye.
I never said I don't consider something. I just you do you. I won't interrupt you or get in your business.
Because Adam, you could easily.
You're the one that made the big deal.
Because I'm going to be honest, Adam, and do not take offence to this. If you had to take that down and rebuild it, it would probably only take you a couple of minutes because it's not the biggest design. You know, it's a simple igloo.
It is a very simple igloo, but as she said, she wants to own the entire biome. There would be nowhere for me to move.
She wouldn't own the entire biome. I've gone over with how much land she would own. She would only own from here up to that camp, and not as far as that camp because like Adam, you could easily, like I said, live right over the village, live beside my house, because just past my house, she does not have any land.
No, but here's if she didn't want me living there, why is she only telling me not to live there now?
You want to answer that, Libby?
What do you say?
If you didn't want me living there in the first place, why did you take so long to say no? You could have told me not to.
Because I thought about it for a bit, and I was like, do I let him stay here or not? And I was like, nah, not gonna.
So you do nothing about it. You let me live there for a few days, and then you're just like, nah, go. Yeah. You let everyone else, even Andrew, who is part of the kingdom, build something here. Yeah, I can.
But he doesn't live here. He just built a little like thingy to buy delivery stand thing. So if we deliver buy stuff and he delivers them here, we there. So
Still, let's say he wanted to live there. I feel like you don't care if he lived here or not. You just care if he lived here.
No.
You would probably make him pay less. Nobody here likes me.
No.
Well, see, Adam, even though you did kill me, I have learned to forgive you. You know, I did literally, basically die to make sure you didn't die. You know that, right, Adam?
Which I respect.
Yes. You know, I could easily still be alive if I had killed you that festival, if I had blown all that up. You would still be alive. You know, Andrew, even though he's a capitalist, probably respects you and what you do for the kingdom. You know, But it's more or less because of blood and war that has torn us apart from each other. And we're seeing it happening here again. It may not be war, but we're tearing each other apart for really what? Like, you just don't like him? Like, okay.
I'm trying to be civil. I'm not trying to start anything. I just want to live nearby. I just want to live there. I didn't mean any harm. I just want to live. I just wanted to make like a nice little home that I could go to occasionally.
Has Adam, like, done anything since he's been here? Has his house being there affected
No,
your
but
morning routine?
you never know. He could do literally anything.
He could.
He's killed people. He's, he's part of the government. I couldn't, care.
Well, we'll come back to this in the morning.
We got to wait.
Adam said Adam said he'll be back in a minute.
Fair enough. Well, while we wait, I think we can discuss this a bit more. Libby.
Yeah.
See, I know he has killed people, right? But it's not like he's not. It's not like he's the only one here that's killed people.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah.
And has he ever tried to kill you in the past?
No. I don't know.
Okay. So, with this in mind, and him just wanting to have a nice place to live, and him not interfering with your morning routine and all that, him owning that house for himself will not affect, anything really. It just means you're not getting 2 diamonds a day off of someone. It just means that you've got a neighbour. Like what makes me living here different?
Because,
I'm much closer.
yeah, you're also a ghost, which I couldn't care. And I don't like that Adam. Never have. And he's, yeah.
But things can change, you might become good friends with him living here.
No.
Do you see there's no chance of you two becoming friends?
Yeah.
And how's that?
I just can't forgive him.
For him killing your friends?
Yep.
Fair enough. There's a lot of things we could go over here on more or less like, is it even worth going through any of this effort? Because if we have never did this, right, nothing would really change. He would just wander about doing his thing, you would do your thing, blah blah blah. You'd probably build a lot more shit. He would maybe build stuff. And it probably doesn't help that you did, make a portal to the kingdom.
I don't want anyone knowing about that portal.
But it's wide open right beside the portal. When we come out, most people would see it.
I forgot.
Fair enough. Well, most people know of it now, and most people know where you live. And this is a nice place. You don't need to go moving because people know where you are. It's not the end of the world if people know where you are. You've got the camp like over that way. You've got villagers and all that. It's a nice place. And Adam being here, might not change things like too much. Like if Adam literally, moves his house right beside mine, that would be out of your land. You know that, right?
Yes.
So do you still want to continue on with this?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, we've still got to wait for him to get back. Do you honestly think, though, Adam will be able to pay the 2 diamonds a day?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a justified price?
I could always change the price.
Well, to what?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
So it doesn't need to be a day. Well, if we're trying to get this done as soon as possible, maybe.
Uh, 2 paper a day. Yeah,
Two-
easier.
2 paper a day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Or
really.
1 diamond.
What?
Or 1 diamond a day.
Fair enough. If Adam gets back soon, we can maybe even talk about just his pricing, you know what I mean, of him living here. And then after that, if he agrees, blah, 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 then, you know, it's official on how much land you own, blah, blah, blah. You know. Alright, so,
Don't I
Adam.
realize nobody's winning?
Well, no, me and Libby had a really good talk, right? And here's the thing, right? What if Libby was to put the payment down, so not to, you know, what is it?
2 diamonds.
2 diamonds a day. And lowered it to, what was it you were going to say?
Either 1 paper or no, what? 2 paper or 1 diamond. Hi.
2 paper. Huh. 2
Yeah,
paper?
'cause I am very low on paper, not gonna lie, buddy. Well, I think it's alright. You know, with like normal like housing agencies, they're like, oh, they change the payments every time. I could like change it to something different. So like, I don't know, a stack of wood. I don't know.
Basically, whenever you're low on a certain material, I never have to pay you.
Yeah, basically. I guess.
I'm low on netherite. Pay me netherite.
No, I wouldn't do Neverest too much.
Like fuck.
Well, to change it, you would have to at least tell him, like, at least a week beforehand, because you can't be like, by the way, by tomorrow the payment's going to change, because if he's having to pay every day, you know, you can't just, you know,
You can
bring
pay
it up.
once.
So 2
Then that'd be
paper a
like-
week.
No, that'd be like something different. So like, I don't know, like a stack of like steak or something. That's just an example, but yeah.
We could add up how much paper he would pay in 1 week and have him pay at the end of the week instead of him paying it every day.
Yeah.
So he pays 2 paper a day. Let's just see how good Libby is with her maths.
Well,
Well done. So, Adam, you'd have to pay 12 paper at the end of each week. So I'd assume that would be on a Sunday. 12 paper
Wait.
every Sunday.
Is this so? Wait, no. If you're saying 2 paper a day and 12 paper every Sunday, that means 6 days. We're one of the days go. If I'm paying 2 paper every day, would it not be 14? 2 paper 1 day for 7 days a week.
Well, yeah, no, it would be. It would be 14. What the fuck are you on about?
I had a 6 instead of 7. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Am I
Yeah, so-
bored in the fucking dialogue
So
mode
Adam,
there?
you've just added 2 more paper onto what you have to pay at the end of the week.
Adam, if
James,
you were smart, you would have
James,
said nothing.
James. I have an automatic sugar cane for all the paper
So-
I ever need.
So are you?
Well, I did until Andrew took
Yeah,
all the fucking
right,
sugar.
Adam. If I want, I could literally kick you out my land like that if I had ownership of the land. So,
Well, you would need to have a good reason for kicking him out. You never stated in the rules that, like, you know, if he breaks one of the rules, then you can kick him out. But if you don't have a solid reason to kick him out,
Libby, here's a good question. How would you feel if the day you came home from school and your family was evicted for no reason whatsoever? Just be like, alright, goodbye.
wait, repeat that?
I said, here's a question. How would you feel if you came home and you were just evicted for no reason whatsoever?
I'll just laugh. And you have a whole kingdom to yourself. It's like you're gonna be losing out on literally everything. You
And
literally
I
have
never said you
this
couldn't
is
do either.
it's literally just one igloo. You have a whole kingdom to yourself. You have a whole country to yourself.
This is in a bit of a state at the moment. You see why we're in the middle of repairs.
We done? Right.
Perhaps.
The reasoning for Adam wanting to stay here, right? We've already gone over all that, shit, right? And the thing is, some people just want to get away from, he must be stressed as fuck being king. He's been like, people have tried to assassinate him for a long time. Now, Libby, if he can pay the rent, blah, 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 then let him pay it. Let him stay here and pay it. And then we should be good, no problems. He pays that at the end of each week, and then we're good.
Yeah. The payment, to be honest, now that the payment is like 2 paper, like a day, 2 paper is manageable.
Well,
Paper is
it
literally
would
like.
be, Adam, you wouldn't have to pay it to, 2 a day. It would just be 14 at the end of the week.
Yeah.
So, Adam, do you agree to paying 14 paper at the end of each
14
week?
paper a week. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Sure, I have 61 on me right now. I can pay for the first 2 weeks right now if I wanted to.
So, if we finally came to agreement, Libby, you will have ownership of everything we have talked about. Adam, you will be allowed to stay here as long as
There's 28 people. There's me paying for 2 weeks.
Adam, you'll be allowed to stay here if you pay the paper and listen to the rules that have been stated on here. She cannot add any or take any away.
And you can't just be like, I adios to you.
She can add rules in the future if she wants, but she has to at least come to us about it. She cannot just add it
Just
because
be like,
she feels
I
like
want
it.
him gone. Why? Because
If you feel like you have a good reason to kick him out because he's either being rowdy and shit like that, then you can come and tell us. Are we all good here? We all good?
you know what? Yeah, we good shit. See, I didn't come here as like him to try and fucking like invade. I just wanted to live in the snow biome. Well, everybody else was going over there, so I was like, why should I just sit there alone?
Okay,
Yeah,
Adam.
yeah.
Okay, Adam, we don't need the speech. So,
I just fucking
so as it goes, Adam will be allowed to stay here, paying rent, of course, and following by the rules. And Libby will have to follow by her own rules, of course, and shit and all that.
Wait. Oh, makes sense.
Okay, so we all good?
We good.
Libby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, it's dope up here, bro.
I'm being sexually assaulted, help me.
Okay, alright then. I'm just...